Hello YouTube, B3 here back, another kicking action figure review. Yeah, today I have a review of this cool box set, which I wasn't sure if I'd get, but I ran across it at a Toys R Us that I don't normally go to because it's way out of the way for me. But a friend was headed that way, asked me to come along just to hang. I did. They had one of these left, as I said, and I really wanted the Dark Phoenix, and the Cyclops actually looks better than I thought he'd be. So I picked up the Toys R Us exclusive X-Men Marvel Legends Dark Phoenix Cyclops 2-pack. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You see it's got Dark Phoenix here, who comes with more than I thought she would. This Uncanny Cyclops, which is also neat. It's got Dark Phoenix on both sides. Bada bing, bada boom. Bit of a read-up, which is very cool. It's inspired by this specific cover. You know, there's all the reading, so you can do that if you feel like it. I don't know what your first language is, but there's all of them. So that's cool. That's my cat. Legal jargon. Window at the top. The figures themselves. Sorry about my jank lighting. It's just what I have to work with right now. But, yeah. Who wants to get these out of package and get my kitty on the ground? Ah! First, we're going to focus on Dark Phoenix, and she's the one I really got the pack for. Very cool figure. I've been waiting for a Dark Phoenix for a while. They announced like a White Phoenix, which I never made. We got the regular Phoenix pretty recently. And now we have this Dark Phoenix, which is easily better than the regular one. I've seen it a bunch, but she has more paint detail, lots of shading up here on the front. Big old Phoenix emblem there. Even has one on the sash here. Metallic gold. Very cool. It's kind of pearlized, really, not really metallic. I just said metallic. Her hand's a little bent out of shape, but that can be fixed. Look at this head sculpt. It's insane. The tip of the hair is a bit rubbery, so it can move around. And those gold eyes, the Phoenix possession. I mean, look how the hair goes into a translucent orange. This is easily the head I'm going to display it with. Like, what other head would I display her with? Holy crap, it's beautiful. Detail and paint goes all the way up the joints. You got one of the open hands and stuff. I mean, the mold is pretty basic for a female, but the paint and stuff is really great. And this head sculpt is insane. Absolutely insane. She also comes with another very similar head sculpt. It's really the same sculpt, but this one's painted up to be more Jean Greyish. Her hair is still floating like she's using her powers and everything, but it's fully painted brown because she is in control. You got her eyes showing. The lipstick isn't as dark. Still very cool head sculpt. Very good. I believe it was sculpted just for Phoenix, so that's really nice. We also get this regular-ass head sculpt of Jean Grey, not using her powers or anything, in control. But yeah, good head sculpt, so they give you a lot of head options, lots of good paint in the hair and everything. But of course the coolest one is the Dark Phoenix, you know, Phoenix control head sculpt, easily. Dark Phoenix also comes with another accessory I didn't expect. This Phoenix Force Energy. Yeah, it looks like a phoenix kind of perched on her arm. Like she's just blasting it out. It's very cool. Very cool. If I could display her with it, I would, but I just don't have the room right now to have intricate poses like this for things that aren't, you know, in my DTOF. But look at her. That is cool. What a cool look. Yeah, this is easily a great figure. I've really just started adding X-Men to my Marvel collection, but I've already got some really good ones. I'm very happy with her. Her articulation is really what you would expect, side to side. Good bit of up and down on the head. You can almost pop her head off doing that, so be careful. But yeah, you know, you get a lot of movement with the head. I'm just showing it with this head since this is, you know, the same sculpt as the other one. It's the majority sculpt. The other head doesn't really move much, the regular Jean Grey head. Up and down on these arms, forward and back. Bicep bend, you got a rotation on the bicep also, forward and back on the wrist like so, and a swivel as well. Ab movement all over the place. Nothing on the waist because you get that swivel on the ab. Very cool. In and out on the legs. You got forward and back on the legs. You have a thigh swivel. You have a double knee bend. Up and down on the foot, and an ankle pivot. So really what you would expect. Exactly what you would expect, really. Maybe even a little more in the head. Now we're going to move on to Cyclops. It's pretty obvious that the Dark Phoenix was the focus of this pack. You know, in this pack we also just got a regular Phoenix and a 90s Cyclops. Jim Lee, my favorite comic author, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But, yeah, this comic, Cyclops, is more of the Uncanny X-Men. You already saw the cover art that it's inspired by. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, he actually came out better than you would expect. He doesn't come with any accessories. I know, right? Dark Phoenix came with 4 of them. Or 3, really. I accidentally counted her regular head. But this guy comes with none. Not really upset about that, though. To be completely honest with you. He's the Bucky Cap mold. Pretty basic mold. So there's nothing terribly special about that. However, I will say, they went all out on the paint. They went all out on the paint. Look at all of that paint shading. You might think that's the lighting. Nah, my lighting's not that good. That's paint. That is paint, sir. He's painted all up. He looks very good. And they do give him this special hand that's obviously for him to pew pew fire the lasers with, you know? I mean, it's cool. I haven't had a Cyclops in my collection in a very long time. So, I might keep this guy around. I was going to split the 2-pack with a friend, but he got a bunch of other stuff he needed for his collection instead. And I'm just here like, oh, well, I still want the 2-pack, so I'll get the Cyclops. I'm probably going to keep this guy around, at least for a while. You know? Me really likey. Me really likey. Ooh, I didn't mean that. Ooh! Yeah, see, the belt hovers, but it's tight. I was just trying to get it closer to the... because you can see that yellow, it's a little droopy. But, yeah, articulation for Cyclops, up and down on the head, side to side. You got up and down on the arms, forward and back. Bicep swivel, double elbow bend. You have a wrist swivel, forward and back on the wrist. Ab crunch, forward and back, detailed and painted all the way up. You have a waist swivel, you have in and out on the legs, you have forward and back on the legs, you have a thigh swivel, you have a double knee bend, a boot swivel, as well as up and down on the foot and an ankle pivot. So yeah, exactly the articulation you would expect. But he is a fun bonus. For 40 bucks, I'd say this pack is worth it. Yeah, it's pretty neat. But I know you guys also want to see some size comparisons, so how about we get into that, huh? Ha 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 ha. Logan, stop touching her butt. First up for our size comparisons, here's our 2-pack, not only with each other, but also some other Marvel Legends, pretty recent ones, also Hasbro. Here on the left, another recent X-Men acquisition of mine, the Old Man Logan Wolverine from the, I want to say Warlock, Build-A-Figure Wave. And then here on the right, this one's from another multi-pack, the 3-pack that was an exclusive to Target that also contained Captain America and Miss Marvel. This is Radioactive Man. Here they are with some MCU figures. I know you guys like to see the movie figures with them. Here on the left, the Avengers Battle Damage Mark 6 Iron Man. And on the right, the Civil War Black Panther. And lastly, here they are with some non-Hasbro Marvel figures. Here on the left, this is the Diamond Select Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man movie figure. And on the right, the Toy Biz Ultron. Yeah, very cool. Awesome. Look at me. I'm Ultron. I'm so buff. But, yeah, I think they scale pretty well with most Marvel Legends. So what are my final thoughts on the Dark Phoenix Cyclops Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack from Marvel Legends Hasbro? It's very cool. Dark Phoenix is definitely the superior figure, mostly because of accessories and just that cool, awesome head sculpt. But the Cyclops does have great paint, even if he might be a bit blander detail-wise and has no accessories. But I didn't have a Cyclops, so yeah, I'll take him. But yeah, that's it. If you see this at Toys R Us, it's 40 bucks. That's about what you would pay for either of them individually, 20 each, you know. So that's pretty fair, I guess. I don't feel bad for paying 40 bucks for it. I had just sold a bunch of figures for over 40 bucks that day, so I just turned around and kind of spent it on these two. Not all of it. I still have plenty of that money left. But, yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. But yes, that is it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.